Here we go.
What's going on, my friend? Welcome to the channel and thank you for watching. Today is match day. Fluminense against Chelsea Football Club in the semi-final of the FIFA Club World Cup. Be there because we're gonna be there. We're gonna be live. Call-in show. Key Player YouTube channel. The link in the description down below. Join us a couple hours before the kickoff and we're gonna have a lot of fun. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment down below, my friends. Take 1 second only to help your brother out and it will be much appreciated. This video is about random topics, a lot of news. So let's cut the BS and get straight into it. So Chelsea, like I said, they have a chance today to win this game and get into the final. They're going to be playing against Thiago Silva, one of Chelsea legend. But today, he's going to be in the opposite team to try to beat Chelsea. Chelsea need to be careful because Thiago Silva knows them well. So Maresca needs to come up with a good strategy to try to win this game. We have a lot of free agent on the market right now. Callum Wilson, Jamie Vardy, Kyle Walker-Peters, Abdoulaye Doucouré, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Lindelof, Semedo, Zuma, Kufa, Tomiyasu. Who do you think is the best value to get on free? If you have to choose one for your team. Wilson, injury prone. Vardy, 120 years old. Peter Walker, still young, but I don't know how he could left Southampton on free. Is there anything that I am missing here? Doucouré, still a very, very good, solid midfielder. I don't know why Everton didn't give him a new deal. Dominic, injury prone. Lindelof, still good in a certain level. Semedo, this one I am a little bit confused because I think he's still good. Kurt Zuma, yeah, people don't want to sign him because of the cut. Kufa, Tomiyasu, blah, 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 blah. You let me know. What do you think? Look at Cole Palmer. Too cold in New York City street. Taking a picture of his own picture. He's on big screen. Scary cold. Cole Palmer is taking over America right now. And it's good to see that the kid is so cold, man. Scary cold. Look at him. New York City, baby. Everywhere you're going to find Cole Cold Palmer. He's enjoying, you can tell. Today game is going to be announced. You know, the presentation of the players is going to be announced by Michael Buffer. Remember, he's a legendary guy, most known for boxing event. He will announce people, "Here come the champion," and stuff like that. So he's going to announce the players today for the game between Chelsea and Fluminense. And he's going to do the same for the final also. He's going to do also the PSG against Real Madrid. So, yeah, kind of interesting stuff. Chelsea will want in excess of 50 million to let Noni Madueke go. It only makes sense because if you look at the money that players are sold this time, you ask yourself if 50 million is not even cheap, you know? Noni Madueke, good player. I wanted to keep him at Chelsea, but it looks like there is a problem between him and the manager, Enzo Maresca. So if he goes, good luck. It's going to hurt to see him at Arsenal, though. I would have preferred to send him to Newcastle or another European country than Arsenal, because I know that he's going to be successful. But at the end of the day, I don't make decisions. Elanga, You know, he went for 55 million, right? And if you look at Kudus also, West Ham want 60 million. So it's about the right price, to sell Madueke, in my humble opinion. Darwin Núñez still pushing to go to Napoli. Antonio Conte wants him. He's going to play with Lukaku, Kevin De Bruyne, Scott McTominay. So in the next coming hours or days, you're going to hear something. They are prepared to pay 47.4 million for him. Napoli, I'm talking about here. But it looks like Liverpool want more, because remember they bought him for like 80 million plus add-ons or something like that. This guy, everybody said that he's gonna be better than Haaland, but looks like the Premier League wasn't for him. So Napoli are prepared also to pay him 100k a week after tax, or between 5 million or 6 million net salary per year. Good luck to him if he moves there. But Napoli need to also sell. Viktor Osimhen still negotiating. He doesn't want to go to Saudi. Saudi already agreed to pay 75 million release clause to get him, but Osimhen himself doesn't want to go to Saudi, so he's gonna settle and sign permanently for Galatasaray. Galatasaray also don't want to pay the 75 million. So it needs some pieces to move, you know, and connect before this deal happen. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, look at him. He looks a little bit different with that beard. Oh, wow. So he's a free agent, by the way. Pierre-Emerick is ending his contract in Saudi. I think probably the lifestyle over there is not really good for him. So it's going to be interesting to see where he's moving next. I think MLS is going to be very good for him because his age and also his lifestyle. So Pierre, let's see where he's going to end up. Anthony Elanga, I just talked about him briefly, but Newcastle already agreed 55 million to sign him, and he was flying, I think this morning, to Newcastle to have his medical. Newcastle are building a very good team, because imagine Elanga from one side and Anthony Gordon from another side. They can run and run for days without getting tired. So very, very good buy, in my humble opinion. Let's move on. Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho, another confusing player that refused to stay at Chelsea because he didn't want to take a pay cut. So now it looks like Juventus are pushing to sign him, and they are prepared to offer Douglas Luiz as part of the deal. So United take how much Douglas Luiz is gonna cost? That is a very good question indeed, because Douglas Luiz is a good player. Sancho, Manchester United want minimum 30 million. Douglas Luiz, how much money he's costing in today's market? We don't know what's going to happen. Joao Felix. Joao Felix, his former club where everything started. Benfica want him on loan, but also the salary. His salary is too high that Benfica is not willing to pay. So Chelsea at some point might have to pay him half of the money in order to allow him to go and play for Benfica, because he doesn't want to leave money on the table. Another useless signing by Chelsea. It doesn't make any sense from the beginning. And until now, it doesn't make any sense. Why would you bring somebody and you know that you have 10 other players from the same position instead of buying a striker that you clearly needed? So Chelsea, their transfer policy is just all over the place. You don't even know what they are trying to do. Chelsea still interested in Ethan Nwaneri and also Morgan Rogers. I think many Chelsea fans are going to choose Rogers because of the friendship with Cole Palmer and other Manchester City Academy products that became men at Chelsea Football Club. Let me know in the comment section down below if you have to choose one. I think Morgan is going to cost a lot of money though. He just signed a long-term contract last season with Aston Villa. Why would he take less money to come to Chelsea? Also, why would Aston Villa let their man out, you know? Why would they sell him? And for how much money? They're going to ask for 80 million, and Chelsea are not going to pay that kind of money. Good player, but the price is going to be very high. And for Nwaneri, it makes sense because only 1 year left on his contract. And that is a dangerous situation. If Chelsea present some money to Arsenal, they're going to take it. So the more realistic one is Ethan Nwaneri, and Morgan Rogers doesn't. It makes sense, but the money is going to be too much. Manchester United could still sign a new striker, but only if they make room. They get rid of people like Sancho, Rashford, Anthony, you know. So they are keeping an eye on Moise Kean. I wanted to say Moises Caicedo. Moise Kean, who has a 52 million release clause. That is a lot of money though. Valid until July the 15th. Otherwise, the release clause is going to expire, and that you have to negotiate with the club, right? The club have also been offered free agent like Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Jamie Vardy and also Callum Wilson. What happened to Manchester United? The almighty Manchester United getting linked with this kind of players in this level. Jamie Vardy, 120 years old. Dominic, he's like injury prone all the time in the hospital. Callum Wilson, the same, injury prone. And Moise Kean is very expensive. Christopher Nkunku still wanted by Bayern Munich, according to The Athletic. But the money that Chelsea are asking for is very high. Chelsea want to sell him permanently. Bayern Munich want him on loan. But at some point, if Chelsea don't get any other offer, then they might be forced to let him go on loan because it's better. So you don't have to pay his salary. Okay, so on the list of Chelsea, they have Garnacho. The name keep coming. Chelsea fans don't want to see him. Malik Fofana, yeah, acceptable. Many Chelsea fans want to see him. Nwaneri we already talked about, and also Morgan Rogers. We already discussed about them. Alright people, slowly and surely we're going to try to conclude this video. Renato Veiga, also wanted by Vincent Kompany at Bayern Munich. And I always tell people that he's a very good player if you use him correctly. Look at how he did at Juventus and look at how he does with his national team, Portugal, as a centre-back. Absolutely baller. Chelsea will definitely regret for letting him go. It's a lot of egos between him and Enzo Maresca. And Enzo Maresca, if you challenge him or you tell him what you feel, he's gonna be your enemy because he doesn't want anybody challenge him. That is the problem. Of course, he wanted to leave, but he wanted to leave so he can play because he doesn't play at Chelsea. So that is a normal way of living, to get more experience, play more games, and come back as a better player. But Maresca is like, you are out, you're not coming back here anymore. But save this, bookmark this. One day, Chelsea will regret for letting this brother go. Mark my word. Today mark a big anniversary for Germany. They destroyed the host nation, Brazil, 7-1. The one goal was scored by Chelsea former player Oscar. 7-1. That was humiliated. Neymar was not there. He was injured, and David Luiz was the captain. I think Thiago Silva got suspended. David Luiz got completely destroyed. And since then, he never went to the national team anymore because people hate him for defensive errors that he made that day. 7. Lord have mercy. So here we go, confirmed about Christian Nordegaard to Arsenal. But the Gunners are just waiting for the official here we go for Viktor Gyokeres. Elanga, we already discussed about him. He's at Liverpool right now. This is a bomb that came from nowhere. Crystal Palace have inquired about signing Josh Armstrong on a season-long loan from Chelsea. This guy deserves to stay at Chelsea, be part of the rotation system, and he can even challenge for the #1 spot. Absolutely baller. I think Chelsea should keep him because you never know what could happen to Reece James, Malo Gusto. He can play from whatever position you put him in the back four. This brother is absolutely baller. Must keep him at any cost. Viktor Gyokeres deal is almost agreed. It's the same old, people just repeating and putting some new word, but nothing is new here. He already said yes to Arsenal. Personal terms is not even a problem, and he's been pushing and doing what he can from his side to help Arsenal get the deal done. He's gonna give up even 2 million of his own salary just to make the deal happen. Good luck to him. Kolo Muani, remember him? He's on loan at Juventus from PSG, but PSG are asking for 50 million. Remember, 2 seasons ago, they bought him for 80 million. They're going to lose money, but they just want to get rid of him. Juventus say that we don't have that money. We're not going to pay you 50 million. And let's see where he's going to end up, Mr. Kolo Muani. All right, people, so let's finish this video by talking about Victor Osimhen, who is getting closer and closer to joining Galatasaray. I wanted to say Fenerbahce. Fenerbahce is Mourinho, right? Galatasaray is the champions, the current champions of the Turkish league.